Wild day for us. Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News, joined by living legend Megan Fox. How are you, Megan?
I'm good. It's good to see you here on StreamYard. What a day. Very exciting.
Very nice, right? First time using. So I'm the boomer today. You're the hip Gen Z. Enjoy the victory lap.
Hey, I opened up my StreamYard in another window so I can help you walk you through it if you get lost.
Now, you and I just came across some wild stuff, and we're going to be discussing this today. We intended to share audio of Jane Doe in a phone call with Greg Gillespie, which she shares the ultrasounds that she has and says, "Hey, zoom in on it. You can see this and that." Well, now we're finding out there are multiple HCG levels that are. I mean, can you explain what we just uncovered here?
No, actually, I can't. I can try, but I can try to explain it, but I really don't understand what it means. So we all remember the October 16th HCG report that super lawyer Douche Canoe gave to the public, right? He gave this to the public a week or two ago. Feels like a year. Feels like he's been on this case for a year. But he handed out a October 16th report that said her HCG count was 104. I think you all remember this. Well, as we're going through the emails that Laura sent to Reality Steve and to Dave and to other people, we find in there a document that is the exact same report, except the numbers are different.
Yes.
So instead of saying 104, I'm sorry, I said 104, I meant 102. So the 102H is the one we saw on David Gingris's blog. That one.
Hold on, I'm opening my chat here. So yeah, keep going.
So this one we all remember. We all remember seeing this, and it's like, okay, well, that's like an early stage pregnancy number. So certainly that couldn't have been her October number. That didn't make any sense. But going through like all the other stuff, we're like kind of going back, trying to find out what else did she send. We find this on the same exact timestamp, 9:02. If you look at the top, what does that say? 9:02.
Yeah. So this was sent to me October 23rd or around, so a week after it was reported. But I didn't know what these numbers meant until I go, she has sent they always say it's hard to like keep a lie when you're sending different things. And so she has sent this to me and Clayton, and this looks like it would be closer to a level, it's up there, but she's now changing her story. So what I guess
131,000 would definitely be more in the range of someone who was 5 months pregnant. Okay.
It would also be in the range of somebody that's either using, fabricated documents or getting her results from another. Yeah. So the level on the right is the level that's being used in court. I'm going to move the opacity to 50%. Just so we can sort of see. We're going to do this thing where we just layer them over to see anything else she may have changed. Now, she doesn't like it when people reverse Google search, and that's going to play a part in a minute. But that's, the whole reverse Google searching way to get around it is to alter the documents in a way. So it looks like we're already this document has been heavily altered that she has sent to us as far as, the distortion. It makes no sense. It doesn't immediately
more distorted. So the one that we received that David Gingras put out on the blog is very distorted. It's hard to read. It's fuzzy.
I got the logo down on the. Yeah.
It's also crooked. So you had to like tilt it. But look at the timestamps though. Exactly. How could you have two different blood results at exactly the same time? 9:02 p.m.
Yeah. Does this happen?
12:27.
And she's going to say, well, one of the results was the one dead baby and the other one was the other one. Also, I have some more breaking information. I actually heard from somebody in her circle. I heard from everyone says, oh, we're not hearing from anybody in her circle. I actually heard from somebody who is in one of her social circles, not that there are many, and they said they knew nothing of this. They go, "Oh my gosh, what are you talking about?" And then they said, "Well, I remember she was going through that court battle years ago." And they said, "You know what? Her Instagram's gone." And then so someone who was her in her friend circle, I say that in quotes here, but someone who's was at least known to be close to her at some period in time, started doing their own research and goes, "Oh my gosh, her Instagram's gone." Oh, and then the person starts looking at my page and going, what are these claims? And then now they're looking into it. So it's wild that there are algorithms out there where people that were close to her have no idea this is going on. And even though, it's one of those things, if one person talks and they start talking to their friend, and then it goes around the whole community. So either way, yeah, we can see that these, I don't want to spend much time on this because we have far more interesting things to cover, but you can see how I kind of just got it sort of figured out here. It's still off by a little bit, but the point is that these are two different documents. And I'll put them back to back so you can see.
What I don't understand about this, though, is why she would use the low 102 reading. Why would she put that out while she sent you guys privately? She sends this high rating, and then the one that her lawyer puts out is the low one. I don't understand.
It might be that she realized this result wouldn't make sense in a way that we haven't looked into, but it would be good. I mean, look, if this doesn't prove some sort of sinister motivation, I don't know what does. We're not forensic experts. We literally just stumbled upon this. The whole point of this stream is going to be to share audio between her, Greg Gillespie, and actually some other video that shows her at the front door of Greg's, knocking on the door, trying to see how he's doing. I mean, where do we even begin? You've listened to the audio. Thoughts before I share it. Like, what did it deliver? What was it?
I frankly thought Greg was hilarious in it. I really appreciated his dry sense of humor with her and how upset it made her. She's very easily triggered. I learned that about Laura. She's very easily triggered. And I think that, her level of aggression is really apparent in the audio. And I'm so glad he took those recordings. Actually, I'm really glad. And by the way, if any of you are out there and you're going through this kind of a situation, learn from Johnny Depp, learn from Greg Gillespie, record everything, because those are the kinds of things that save your bacon. Getting a recording of what's actually happening when you're dealing with a gaslighter. But I think the audio is quite telling in a lot of different ways. And I think the biggest tell is her saying, "I think all sonograms look the same." Right. I like that part.
Absolutely. So
they don't look the same.
I guess let's set the table here. This is what's going to be the ultrasound image that's of question. This image has proven to have come from this blog, I Still Believe Vanishing, which is about a vanishing twin, which is essentially when one of a set of twins isn't viable, and rather than expel it, it gets absorbed. I believe I have that right. He calls her out on this. We're going to see how quickly he calls her out on this reverse image search. We're also going to see how these images are the same, but how they've been doctored. So it's my belief that she or somebody doctored this image. It's also got this extremely bizarre, sort of like UFO like crop circle happening here. So it's got this kind of
a blur dot. I'm sure that's a blur dot.
So what's interesting here, and by the way, there's also, I never saw this. What are we seeing here? What's this? HEVN? Is this are you seeing this? I'm literally.
Yeah, that looks like a watermark.
What the hell's going on here?
What is that? Wait a minute. Go back
I never noticed it, and now I can't see it. I can't unsee it. What the hell is that? VEN NVEN.
Watermark.
What weird.
That's a
Did she
watermark.
possibly alter this? Okay, hold on a second. I don't know, but could she have possibly altered this in one of those apps that she was using the free version of the
Well,
of
it's
the app?
either that or the one of the fetuses was writing in with the finger in the
Oh
is it
yeah.
possible that she had a genius fetus that was just in there like you do on a window, you know?
Yeah, he had a I think it's called a telemeter or whatever. It's a telestrator. He's got one of those telestrators they use in football.
Sending
Mom, gotta
messages
go.
from inside.
Yeah.
Help.
I tell you what. The fetus might be
that's why the
invisible,
blur.
but the watermark's not.
She tried to blur out the watermark. That's
Someone
why there's a blur.
Someone says it says twin. I don't know if that's true. I don't twin. Is this a T and it's
with
that
period?
I'm having a hard time with this. I tell you what.
T-W-E-N it looks like to me.
It's almost better if you look at it right here. So oh boy. I mean, who knows? Someone said it looks like it's
liver.
Liver. Oh. Either way, I mean, maybe it is. Sometimes I'll give her the credit here. Sometimes on an ultrasound they'll draw things and say like this is baby A, baby B. But either way, the point is
Danielle
that
it says Fiverr.
Oh no! Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. This is why you do it live. This is what. Hold on. So let's go back here. Hold on a second. We're gonna go here now.
Do it live. I can
give me a second.
And we'll do it live.
Fiverr logo. Let me just find the actual Fiverr logo here. Oh boy, stop it.
It's got a period right there where the dot is.
Fiverr. Hold on. Fiverr logo PNG transparent. So what we need the transparent PNG. And I don't know if this is going to have it, but let's just see if we can download this real quick. I'm going to, sometimes these download for free. Okay, downloading it right now. Let me go off this real quick, and then let me put this together. Can you believe that this isn't the important stuff, folks? This is the.
We're not even there yet.
This is the salad portion of what we're looking for here. But okay, so let's go back here. And again,
I thought that was a joke. But the truth is, I think that's what it says.
But isn't this great? You could have a team of people not knowing what this is, but because we're doing this in sort of a live way. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the Fiverr image. I'm going to put it back to 50%. And I'm just going to make this image a little smaller here. And then let's go to Jane's. Well, let's do this. Jane's image is right here. So let's just zoom in on Jane's image. And oh my gosh, it's so apparent to see. How the hell?
Oh my God.
Are we? I am losing it. Now, hold on a second. Does the original have this? Because no, the original doesn't have it. The original doesn't have this. So this right here.
She paid someone on Fiverr to Photoshop a sonogram.
And she didn't even pay the. I mean, when you pay the bill, they take the thing away. Is the chat room losing their mind? I would be losing my mind right now. In the balls to say that we're the ones, with all these sinister motivations. I mean, you got to be kidding me. So anyhow, let's just to have a little bit of one of those finishing moments here. Now, of course, Fiverr is going to have different levels of what would probably work is if I took this image and.
Oh my God.
So let's go back.
That's it. That's what it is.
Maybe, and maybe the branding's different on my version of Fiverr versus the one they're using. You know what I mean? Like who knows? But literally, holy!
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me? What, Meg? Are you my lucky charm, Meg?
I can't believe this just happened. I swear to you, Chad, we did not see this. We did not see this until we saw it with you.
I want the world to know I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt I bought at a gas station in Oahu. And
nice.
I'm telling you right now, all of the other I was on some strip mall, and there was these $90 shirts everywhere else, and then there was this real janky store that had nothing but gross stuff, and I found this what I believe to be very eye-popping shirt for $15, and
I love it.
I love that this $15 shirt is enough luck here just to show the absurdity of what she's getting away with here.
She didn't even pay for it. That's the great part, is that she decided, oh, I'll just blur that out on my own, and then got too lazy and didn't blur the second part of it. Only blurred the first part.
Now here's the deal.
The blur in the wrong spot.
This insane information still doesn't prove that it comes from her, because she's claiming this was Greg Gillespie and all of that. So let's do this. Let's move into the meat and potatoes. We'll come back to this. I wanted to just show everybody how I was able. Well, you know what? Okay, real quick. We overlapped that. Let's just overlap the other part. We'll just let's finish the deal here. So which ones? That's hers. And then which ones?
I'm very impressed with your Photoshop skills. I got to tell you.
My career,
a skinny jeans wearing, latte drinking comedian, you have a lot of skills, Dave.
That means a lot coming from you. Photoshop, I didn't know how to open it once I learned Photoshop, my channel took off. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the original image on the right. I'm going to change the opacity, which is the blur level, to 50%. This is the same exact way we proved the other one. And what you can see here is they don't line up. So there are plenty of tools that, if you reverse Google search this, that doesn't show up. But as we know, the bottom one's below. So we're just going to start dragging it into a position that starts to look like how it was supposed to look. Now, because we dragged the bottom, the top doesn't work. So we turn off the aspect ratio and start stretching it a little bit. So I'm looking for any key indicators that show that it's, like official. Now, the arc on the bottom is off here. So we stretch that a little bit, and on the right we stretch it a little bit, and you start to just see where it's at, and then you start to look at this identifying feature is still off a little bit. But either way, I did all that work already, kind of like when you see a cooking show. I don't need to show you me, filleting all the salmon and all that, just to show you right here that this when you unlock it, you can see these are pretty much the same exact image. I mean, it is the same. What she probably did was she probably screen grabbed pieces like that, and she probably overlaid these onto other. I mean, this is what she should have done. She should have overlaid these things onto other aspect of the image, and then sort of just dirty the image up. She could have dirtied it up, and then while that sounds crazy, I'm no Fiverr person, but see now that I've made it kind of like a little blurrier, you can just add things to make it a little different. It's kind of like if you ever watch American Idol, it's like, all right, sing the cover song, but make it you, Jane, make it unique, add a little flavor. So of course you can see how those are the same exact ones. This would be enough. I think this would be enough to headline the show today. 1,000 people in the chat. Please hit the like button. And don't forget, if you go to the description of this video, you'll find Meg's channel. Meg is public supporter #1 outside of the Bachelor niche. I have to make sure to give credit to all the people in the Bachelor. I also want to shout out the flock. Unbelievable amounts of support people have given us to kind of see things we don't get to see. Now, as a journalist, while I prep the next piece, could you give us some insight into, how you kick your can into finding information? We only just found this because we were sort of freestyling with it. What do you do as a journalist to uncover lies? Do you just educate yourself and look and try to follow your intuition?
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny. What we did today is something I do all the time, which is just go back and look at old information again and again and again. Look at the same information I've been looking at and try and see it in a different way. And that totally paid off today. How many times have you looked at that sonogram? Probably, I don't know, thousands, and never saw there was a watermark right there. That's the kind of, but this is the kind of stuff that happens when you keep digging and you're looking and you're trying. Look at that.
No, I mean, Meg, what? Unbelievable that we just figured this out. Unbelievable. And by the way, The chat room did. This is what happens when you get 1,000 people. And a lot of people, a lot of times people go, Dave, why do you like, cause sometimes I'll share information and I'm like, I don't know how this, I don't know. I don't see the connective tissue, but if I have 1,000 people, that's 2,000 eyes, statistically, maybe 950 eyes. There's a couple, one eye, you know what I mean? But there are people that are out there and then they get to look at that and go, I didn't see that. Just like you, I saw liver, I saw an H, but the mind, when it sees something, cannot unsee it. Our brain will not let us unsee the fraud that's happening here. All right, so that's our warm up. That gets us to today's story. Today's story, we want to find out how we can prove where this ultrasound came from, who admits to it. She's saying it's not hers. I'm just going to read this court document here. Plaintiff believes defendant Gillespie edited and generated the emails and text messages from her account as he had demanded her passwords prior to the termination of the pregnancy. In fact, plaintiff Jane Doe asserts she had not used the iCloud account in years, but that defendant Gillespie had access to the login for the account. From that account, plaintiff believes defendant Gillespie sent a doctored sonogram image to himself with a fake message that attempts to show plaintiff telling him she is pregnant with twins in order to create more doubt about her and attempt to make her appear unsound in the eyes of their peers. Defense counsel in the court. Plaintiff had never seen the original sonogram image, the blog it was posted to, or the edited version wherein her name was placed onto the image before it was produced in this case. Plaintiff never believed she was pregnant with twins and argues she was not pregnant long enough for an ultrasound to be offered to her. So I'm not an expert on this software we're using, but I've got this right here. I've got this set of data we're going to look at in screen grabs and then videos. So folks, stick around for these videos. Why don't you? We've got some and again, these videos are primarily going to just be screen grabs that we're held on to, and we're just going to go our way through them. But let's go I want to go from the beginning here. Here's our first.
So let me get this straight though, too. She is claiming that Greg Gillespie hacked into her account and sent that email to Reality Steve and to you?
Well, I believe this is from a previous case. So those emails would have been sent to Woodnick from the past case. She has made the similar claim about the new ultrasound. So this is ultrasound from 2021. So this, I believe, is I'm gonna share with you guys what's going on here in chronological order. August 2nd, 2021. I believe this is from Jane Doe. Work phone, according to the doctor, failed abortion, no bleeding. So she uses this thing. If you date me, I'll get the abortion, whatever. And the funny thing that Greg does here is he agrees to her demands and then he blocks her. So he's like, all right, she did the plan B, and then he just blocks her. Again, this is according to how I think it all went down. But I'm getting more information as it's coming in, so don't mind me if I'm reading.
I never saw this text. This is something.
This is all brand new breaking information. So the hilarious part here, and by the way, I do have new information coming in as we share this, so maybe we'll just take a quick break here. But the hilarious part here is she says, still pregnant, still viable. She's, brevity is a virtue, Meg, and she doesn't realize this, but if she just used her lyrical abilities properly, that is a hit song. She says, you are absolutely horrific for doing this to me. I'm contacting your family right now. You deserve to have a bunch of hashtags, child, after behaving like this. I believe she was saying special needs. I believe she was saying special needs.
What is it with the put downs on the special needs kids?
We're gonna, I know, well, exactly right. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Arizona bar was looking into those comments made by her lawyer regarding calling people special needs. People that I could get into a whole rant about how people at disadvantages are usually the kindest, most generous people. That they are kind of the heartbeat of the world here. It is able-bodied humans that shit all over the system. You are absolutely horrific for doing this to me. I'm contacting your family right now. You deserve to have a R-word child after behaving like this. Oh my God. Retard. I don't. So okay. So she doesn't use the exact, but we understand what she's saying. She refuses to say
Could be bastard. Could be bastard.
BASTL. You're right, but she does. But they do talk about how the pills would affect somebody. You know, would make them have lifelong problems. So they do talk about that. But again, don't blame us for trying to piece it all together here. Anyway, so still pregnant, still viable. Thirsty Thursdays. I've actually got a song for you, Meg.
I can't wait to hear this.
Meg, it's my first venture into the world of into this crazy world of poetry. So
This
don't
this is your first song?
It's my first song. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
hit the like button. You can send a super chat if you want. Breadsticks still need to be purchased. They say they're unlimited, but they're only unlimited every time you show up. So we have to go back and then get a new set of unlimited breadsticks. You understand my problem here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, WKLNE, this is our hit song, Still Prego.
Oh no, I can't hear it. Wait, Dave, we can't hear it.
Oh boy.
I know why. You're sharing your screen, and instead you need to share a browser tab.
Interesting.
So
okay, so let me go here and then
on StreamYard you can only share audio when you share a browser tab.
So could I just share it from this viewpoint right now?
Yeah, you should be able to go down to your share, go to share.
And you hear it right now or no?
Tab. No, I can't hear it right now.
Interesting. I thought you'd hear anything in my cans. All right, so I go to
share.
Okay.
You're gonna go present, and then share screen, and then you're gonna click your whatever.
I see stop. Tab. I see stop screen.
Yeah, do that. Stop that.
Stop
then
screen.
You have to do present, share, and go to your it should say Chrome tab or whatever.
Oh, I see.
And then do you see there's also share tab audio clicked? It should be clicked on at the bottom there. Got
you. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Go. Still prego. I got to take a text message. I'm getting new information right now. I'm still pregnant, still prego. And I'm feeling quite near to the day I hold my baby. So precious and so dear. I'm not the Diablo. Just making new life appear. People may talk their doubts, but I'm here to tell ya, no need to pout. I'm strong and healthy. Baby's growing inside, feeling so alive. Got a love I just can't hide. Still prego, still viable. That's what I'm all about. Rocking this baby bomb, never gonna doubt. In this crazy world, I'm bringing something new. Gonna be a mom. My love will guide us through. So yeah, we're getting information. She used 13 to 14 different email addresses. In this crazy world, I'm bringing something new. Gonna be a mom. My love will guide us through. All right. So I was just receiving some information. So what do you think the Fiverr was used for? Do you think she used that to have the image distorted? Or do you think that must be the only, you must have found somebody that just quickly gets rid of Google. Like again, I guess we could look at this right. So if I click here, will you guys? Oh, you won't see my new tab. This is so now I have to go back to.
Now wait, if you want to share the new tab you're on, just go to the top of the screen on the new tab, and it should say share this instead.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So if I go to Fiverr, if I just go to Fiverr right here, I'm sure if I typed in get rid of like get rid of reverse image search. Let's see. I mean, I will do online. I'll audit your site and provide discover best retouching workflow. So either way, I don't know. Maybe this isn't an
retouching would work.
I'm just surprised that she didn't do this herself, because she has maybe this was again her work. Maybe again this is 3 years ago, so this could have been before she understood sort of the ability to go do this on her own. She's really become more entrepreneurial since then. All right, I'm gonna stop that screen share and then go back to sharing my entire thing here. But yeah, that was called Still Prego, based on yours truly, Still Pregnant, Still Viable. Again, the hit song Still Prego, available anywhere you stream music. No, I'm just kidding, folks. Anyhow, so there it is. So we've shared this document that claims it's not her ultrasound. He hacked her and all that jazz. Now let's continue to go through the different information. So August 2nd, she says, still pregnant, still viable. Again, you're wondering why. This is because she had him under a contract saying, if you date me, I'll get rid of the babies, right? So he says, okay, fine. And then she says, all right, I did it. Let's go on our date tonight. Then he blocks her. Again, I'm filling in the blanks here, but he does block her, right? And then we have, this is a movie from August 8th. By movie, I mean it's essentially a screen recording of what's going on here. So I don't know. Do you want to read this with me, or do you want me to read it? What do you want to do? You want to read her and I'll read me? I know it's a lot.
I can read her. Let me make my screen bigger. Okay, here we go. Which one is her?
She's in gray.
Of course, because it's wall of text. Okay. Ready? Are we ready?
Ready for you.
And scene. You have demanded an ultrasound as recently as this morning, and no one would say I blackmailed you, considering I gave you every single chance to say no. And in fact, you wrote all these promises to me. There were no threats except that I would have a child that you were the father of. And no one will believe you got COVID because of me. That doesn't make any sense. The child existed. Wait a minute. Is this like Schrodinger's twins again? The child existed, present tense, existed, past tense. We don't know whether the child exists or not. It's Schrodinger's twins. As stated in my medical records, and you knew that. All I needed from you is DNA, which you will have to give voluntarily or by a court order. I have never been involved in any lawsuit in my life. Whoa, ding, 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 ding. That's not true. I've never been involved in a lawsuit in my life.
Mike Maricini.
Wasn't she involved with Mike Maricini? We have the records.
By the way, can I ask you a question? I'm going to play something on my soundboard. Can you tell me if you can hear it?
Sure.
I just want to make sure.
I just took a DNA test.
Yes.
Okay, good. Any mention of DNA, that's my new button I have to press. Okay, keep going.
I have never been involved in a lawsuit in my life, but you have ruined my life by manipulating me into having an abortion when I didn't want one, and then had the balls to now say that this is harassment. You're a 35-year-old coward. You deserve to be embarrassed after what you did to me. Can't decide if I will have a process server or the sheriff serve you at work. Probably the sheriff.
Tough choices, right?
Going to email copies of the lawsuit and all documentation to your family, because you deserve to have your selfish lack of morality and consideration shown to those close to you. Just like my family knows that I had an abortion for a guy who convinced me to. Now I'm humiliated. And again, I can prove that it has been a pregnancy with your kid. So don't think that I won't be able to.
All right, I'm all ears. So again, pardon me for the like how. So then we kind of go down here. I'm not gonna. So then she shares definitions. You know, say what you want about Jane Doe. Say what you want about her. She brings definitions. Her fingers are quick to the Google.
I almost did a spit take on my keyboard, Dave. Stop it.
Please. That's what she should have done with Clayton, but instead here we are. All right, it's all you. Sorry, you've got the lion's share of the work here.
I know.
So anyway, actually no. So I'll cover the attachments. Verbal, emotional. These are all the images being sifted through here. I think she's on Psychology Today. She's really doing a lot of work. The type of relationship this is, describing, the coercion. Okay, now it's your turn.
Coercive control. Didn't realize that what you have done is technically a DV charge, but it matches up perfectly. We'll also be filing DV charges. Just a heads up. All
And
the
then,
best.
Yeah. Toodles.
That's
love
what
and
was
peace.
missing.
Yeah. That's how you know
what
she's
is-
upset. She stopped the all the best. So then he said, "You have performed every single one of these actions on me."
I've been pregnant, and that is provable. Your emotionally abusive actions were directly as a result of that, which is also provable.
Now we're on August 8th. It's I don't know what these are. Maybe this is I can't really see that. Is it
It
maybe
looks like screenshots of. Oh Jesus, I can't tell. Can you can't get any closer to that, right?
I think if I exit out of there and really zoom in. No, that's it. That's all I got. But either way,
fuzzy.
I could get okay, let's do that. You know what I can do? This is not gonna really help us out much, but I just screen grabbed it. So from a screen grab, I can get a little bit bigger. So 1 second here. So just to see if maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's a screenplay she's writing. Who knows? So yeah, it's court of the state of Arizona
for County of Maricopa.
File numbers. Her versus Greg Gillespie. Okay, so this is that's a court document.
Maybe she's showing him that she filed something. Maybe she filed,
or that she's like ready to file. Yeah. So now we have
it's her pro se ChatGPT docs.
Yeah, it's just like hey, did you take the Fiverr logo off that? So anyhow, it's your turn again.
Oh boy. Here you go. An ultrasound and a lawsuit. Went to the ER to get an ultrasound. Oh, now it was the ER. Okay. Here you go. She didn't see a second fetus, so it's probably gone because of the abortion. The other looks fine, but who knows how it will end up since I took the pills.
All right, and that's where it ends. So I guess I don't know how pill abortions work, but maybe there's only one maybe there's only one rock in the slingshot there, and they could only get one of the babies. Like there's one quill in the one arrow in the thing. They only got one of them there, Meg. So anyway, we're gonna move it on. Here's a still image. Now at this point, he's blocked her. And I'll read her. She says, "Hi, I'm not sure if you've seen my emails, but if not, please let me know so I can resend. I wanted to check in with you before the server tries to serve you in person for the final time. If you want to keep your original promise to me, I will keep my promise to you and have the surgical abortion this week. If not, I will continue the pregnancy. It's very easy to dismiss this pre-trial, and that is why I wanted to ask you. Please let me know so I can hold him off from going to you." I just imagine like a pit bull, like she's holding on to these documents, like, "Go get him, boy, sick him." So, okay. Look, what do you want? He's blocked her, and then now we've got other pieces of evidence from her. These might not all line up perfectly, but again,
that's a very faint one.
So she shows her close up there. Just now from every possible angle. That's not even relevant as to why I'm doing what I'm doing, but just so you know, guess I have my answer since you won't directly respond to my question. I'm planning on filing for punitive damages first thing tomorrow if we're not on the same page. I'm presuming you're not responding means we are not, since I'm sure you've seen my messages. I'm not playing games here, and if you want to ghost me, that's fine, but I'm moving forward. There's another hit song, Ghost Me, That's Fine. It's like, she really just
Fiverr baby is gonna be it. I'm gonna work Fiverr baby.
Fiverr baby. It's almost like Ice Baby, but it's Fiverr baby. So anyhow, here, why don't you pick up here? Sorry for the she said that's fine, but I'm moving forward. So you can start us from here.
Okay, I sent you an email. Please read it. I'm sure it's like 32 pages. On Friday, I made an appointment for a surgical abortion this week because I want to believe the best in you and that you intend to keep your word. It's a huge deal for many reasons, and given the uncertainty of what defects it may have, I would understand your reasons for wanting me to do that. I'm definitely good not canceling it as well and put trust in God that he wouldn't give me a child with issues I couldn't handle. I just cannot abort past this week. It's not fair. Please let me know.
Well, Meg, there's your get it by the end of the week deadline. You've got
Having
till
the
Sunday.
babies if I don't hear back from you tonight.
I'll abort this up until Sunday. After that, it's full price, baby. So then, just to prove she's not bluffing, she has a screen grab of the office hours of the building. Oh boy, she's putting in lots of legwork. All right, here you go, Meg.
I'm trying to give you one last chance to let me know why you wanted to meet me at 7:30 before I actually have you served. It would make this so easy to dismiss if I just chose not to have that done tomorrow. But if your lack of response means you accept the charges my process server wants to serve tomorrow, he said he would want to serve them to whoever is above you. So I guess Cecilia, I will confirm with the company that it's okay. If you would rather someone else get served, that's fine too. Sent you an urgent message. Greg.
See, Meg, these other messages were just casual, but just so you know, it's beginning to get urgent.
It's beginning to get urgent. I like
by the way, that's the Christmas song. It's beginning to look a little urgent.
Urgent.
Babies everywhere. I'll do a little Fiverr. Okay, anyway, don't get me started.
Greg, I don't.
Sorry. So then his video kind of goes backwards. So let me go back.
It goes backwards. Okay.
Well, it's just. But by the way, it would be.
I mean, it would. These messages. 3:48 a.m. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, what do you want her to do? Go to sleep? Come on, Meg. We don't all have healthy sleep hours.
It's text after text after text.
No,
Greg,
but she's going
to do this whole thing.
I'm sorry to interrupt. She's going to claim that this is my buttons are coming undone. Excuse me. My shirt's coming off here. I'm overheating, but she's going to claim that this is all fake. I mean, I got color video of this. And you might say, how come this wasn't used in court? This is just one of those things. These are 15-minute court cases, guys. One guy's life was destroyed for years. In these 15-minute court cases, they can't possibly do what's already taken us an hour to do. So anyway, please continue.
I just want to be with you. Like you said, you want the two of us. Why is that so hard? What did you want to do at 7? I don't know what that means. 3:40 a.m. Can't sleep. I'm so stressed. Please let me know if you want me to stop what is set up for tomorrow in terms of service and filing the other lawsuit. I just want you to be who you said you were. What do you want? 6:26 a.m. Question mark, question mark. I want to cancel service and not go through with the attorney contract if you want me to, but you have to let me know now. I can't do anything about this when the court attorney's office opens. I haven't even clicked send on my contract or my response to the attorney. I sent you the copy first. I was waiting for you, and I know you've read it. Where do you want to meet at 7?
By the way, the more I'm reading her text messages, the more I'm wondering if one of her unborn fetuses killed himself. I mean, maybe it was just like, give me the pill. Like, you know what I mean? You can't.
Strangling himself with the umbilical cord.
And I hate to be crass, folks. I hate to employ the use of humor here, but you have to understand, you have to, because making fun is in part shaming someone for how ridiculous. So don't get mad at me. Get mad at her. Get mad at her for putting us in this position here.
Hey, Rules for Radicals, Dave, by Saul Alinsky. Very important book. Rule number 1 is ridicule is your most potent weapon. Did you know that? I mean,
that's why we need humor to look at people, and it also cuts the hardest. I could just say she's not telling the truth, or I could also show how ridiculous. Okay, can you keep reading? I just got it.
Yeah.
Unplug this one right there.
All right. Hi. This is 7:24 p.m. Hi. I am not contacting you in regards to the civil case. If I don't hear from you tonight, I will be filing serious criminal and DV charges tomorrow. Tonight, I won't be giving you the benefit of the doubt anymore, like she ever did, and we'll see your promises as manipulation, coercion. That is emotional abuse, which is considered domestic violence. You know how you treated me. I will see you're seriously pressuring me, use of expletives to get an abortion, as anyone else would, threatening and intimidating. I will come to terms with the fact that you misrepresented yourself or guilty of committing a fraudulent
cliffhanger
scheme.
Meg, I'm having issues with your audio again.
Mine?
Yeah.
It's flipping in and out. Why is it doing that?
I don't know. Here, let me blast through this.
You keep reading, and I will reset.
Yeah, do that. And I'll just keep reading. I mean, it's going to be all stuff we've already heard. I sent you 77 pages of text messages. Oh my gosh. I sent you 77 pages of text messages proving that I did not want to have an abortion, that you were positive that you wanted a relationship and me offering to raise the child without your involvement. If you didn't want to be with me, you could have blocked me then. Blocking me right after shows that you had no intention of wanting what you told me you did, and that you did everything in your power to get your way, even though you knew it would destroy lives. Oh, now she's worried about him destroying lives. I believe I need to file the criminal lawsuit before I can proceed with the civil case. So please let me know who will be representing you for that. Again, you would be owed an apology, and I would drop everything if you were acting with integrity and truly wanted to be with me. Please let me know what you decide, to keep your word or not. And if I don't hear from you, I will presume that you are admitting guilty and will file the report tomorrow and go full steam ahead with a criminal case. All right, so she does that thing again where she says, if I don't hear back from you, I will assume you are guilty. And then we get to see, I guess maybe these are text messages that she's going to put into the documents here. 1,400 people in the chat. We're going to wait for Megan to come back in here. I think she was rebooting the system. Very happy to have Megan here. Help me with this. Again, I got to tell you, that Fiverr thing that we found earlier, if you're new to the chat, we exposed blatant fraud, and we found the company that committed the fraud. Not their fault, but she used Fiverr. She used Fiverr to distort an image, and she must have been wondering when it was going to catch up to her. It took us 2.5 years, but here we are. Confirming that these messages sent the day before were fraudulent promises that you knew would cause extreme emotional distress when broken. DV. You're leaving me no choice but to press criminal charges. I've offered to get a surgical abortion or have a DNA paternity test.
I just took a DNA test.
I would drop all charges if you kept your word. That's all you have to do. You must have wanted some resolution when you suggested meeting up today. I will hold off for a day on criminal and pause the civil and family if you plan to keep your word, but need a day to confirm that's what you want. Let me know. He did not, in fact, let her know. And then she said, I'm in bed. Do you want me to hold off a day if you're ready, but need to gather your thoughts? Or are you ready to speak to the cops already? I'm not asking. And by the way, just so you guys know, this is the information that her current lawyer is kind of weaponizing in a way and saying, basically what they're saying is, just because there was no judgment based on all of this means you can't argue in court that she's done this in the past. It doesn't have to be through the court system. You can look here and see that she's done this in the past. We're watching it. For those wondering, we're still on the hors d'oeuvres. This is the stuffed mushroom aspect of the of what we're going to share with you. I'm going to share actual audio from her. And the whole point of this stream is to prove that the ultrasound was hers, because again, Woodnick law is going to work for Clayton, and they're going to do the best they can, but they're only going to have 2 full hours, all sides included, to share so much information. It's like supermarket sweeps, right? They're going to go in there and try to do as much as they can. We get to just slowly consume this. She says, do you want me to hold off a day? I'm not asking for a ring or anything classy. I just want to exclusively date with the goal of doing this the right way someday. No pressure other than that, just day by day. All right, folks. There it is. If someone could make a song with a lyric, I'm not asking for a ring or anything classy. I think the song should be called Anything Classy. And it's just like, I'm not asking for a ring. Just do me. Something like that. I'm not asking for a ring. Just you. Give it to me. Give me that girth master. She says, I want to date exclusively with the goal of doing this the right way someday. No pressure other than that. Just day by day. And then she shared articles of her, I believe, with Joe Cotchett, aka Uncle Joe, aka Joe Doe Bird III. I'm not sure which attorney to send this to, as I am proceeding with the criminal case first, and you did not give me information for who to contact. Regardless, I sent this to your civil attorney, and these are images of her father with lawyers. That's one of those my dad can beat up your dad moments. Anyhow, by the way, am I the Fiverr YouTuber? If she uses, I'm the this is the Megan Fox is back with her Fiverr audio. Oh, you sound crystal clear.
Okay, I just reset everything. I rebooted, which is my boomer fix to everything. I unplugged it and let it sit for a while. Plugged it back in. Seems fine.
Well, that was Jane Doe's technique here with the ultrasound. Just unplug it, plug it back in. Probably she had multiple versions of that ultrasound image, and maybe at night at 3:40 in the morning, without her reading glasses on, didn't notice the blatant fraud she was committing. So what we have here, let me catch you up here. She said something very funny. I'm not asking for a ring or anything classy. I mean, country music all day. I'm not asking for a ring or anything classy. Just a man to give me some of that assy. I don't know. So then she shares images of her father with lawyers in a way of saying, I don't know which connection I'm going to pull. But again, she's sort of weaponizing date
Is that
me
Uncle
or dad.
Joe?
That's Uncle Joe, Jodo Bird III.
Jojo Bird? Is it? Is that Joe Cotchett?
Yeah, I can't say Uncle Joe without sounding like Trump, Uncle Joe, he's the best lawyer they've got. Incredible lawyer. Uncle Joe. I'm not sure which attorney to send this to. So then she goes on. I realize that further evidence of my family's relationship with Uncle Joe is not needed for this case. But I do feel violated with your contacting a family friend unnecessarily when, again, I have no formal representation at this point. Regardless, here's an article from the San Fran Chronicle regarding a party thrown by Uncle Joe for my dad. Boy, Uncle Joe did not ask for this. That's been the question, is whether or not she knows this guy. Well, it looks pretty clear that he is of some sort of relationship with her father. As far as the emails from Uncle Joe, so far, they've denied all involvement, and they look wildly fabricated. And I think at this point,
I tried to contact him, by the way. I called his office a couple of times, and no response, 0 response. And I think it's odd. I think if he really had nothing to do with it, I think he would want to say so, like to tell people, like, this wasn't me. So I kind of feel like maybe there was some relationship there, and he just doesn't want to comment.
We have Tug in the chat, that beautiful umbrella guy in the chat room. And also let me back up a little bit. Tug, isn't this crazy? So if just because Tug showed up and others have, we actually were able to break this case. So Tug, if you're new here, 2015 image on the right, Jane's image on the left. What we've noticed when we zoomed in, I was zooming in, Tug, just to see this crop circle happening here. And I'm telling you guys this, thousands of people have looked at this image, and then nobody has noticed this. Oh my God. So Tug, Meg and I go, what the hell is that? Liver H, live H. Is it Jane Doe backwards? There's a period, and we can't figure out what it is. Tug.
It's a Fiverr, baby. I'm working on it on Suno. I'm telling you, it's Fiverr, baby.
Could you imagine if this whole live stream, this live stream sponsored by Fiverr, Fiverr.com for 10% off your next ultrasound fraudulent document. Use my code. All right, so there it is. So that anyway,
incredible.
So this is breaking news. And, look, audiences, they like to see how we get to this. My viral video from the Johnny Depp case was showing basically what I did right here, but on video, was showing the differences that NBC used to tell two different stories about Amber Heard. One, in the morning, they told a female-friendly story, and then in the Dateline version, they did an anti-female-friendly story. And it was just my way of showing, look, regardless of what side you're on, they clipped audio not to make a story brief, they clipped it to editorialize, which you just can't do. Like I've learned this with the royal family, is that you can change the saturation of an image in order to make it fit your newspaper, but you can't change any of the context of that image. And that's what they were guilty of doing in that doctored royal family photo. Because if one thing's doctored, everything might be doctored. There's no trust there. And that's what we see here. Where's the trust when I can clearly show? And by the way, this initial image, you looked at it like that. This is about the size you would see it from a naked eye. Most people don't put this under a microscope the way we did, and then we're able to see the pixels. And when you're able to look at this, and by the way, no credit to me or Meg, you guys found this. 1,000 people were looking at this. Well, no, I think you and I, we can
found
take
the letters, but they could take credit for knowing what it said.
Right, we found the letters, and then you guys.
It happened like 2 seconds after I said there's a period there.
Somebody found this so fast. Hey, how about this? Free breadsticks. Go back. Whoever was the first one to say Fiverr. Free breadsticks. Diane.
I remember it was Diane. I don't remember.
All right. So anyway, that catches you guys up to where we were.
Hail Diane.
Please, Diane, the Fiverr queen. So will you pick us up from August 24th? Mm-hmm. By the way, real quick. Someone did say that the person in this photo was the mayor of San Francisco, Ed Lee. So, pretty big deal. Okay. My daddy knows the mayor. All right. I think this is the final. Yeah, this is the final piece of this video.
All right. 4:28 p.m. This is not related to the civil case, and therefore I am not contacting your civil attorneys. It is the end of the business day, and I haven't heard from you regarding the criminal and DV charge. If your intentions were good, of course, I will not file them, and I will drop the lawsuit. I am hoping that your message on Sunday was an indication you want what you claimed you did. If your intentions were to manipulate and intimidate me into getting an abortion,
Meg, I'm losing you again.
Again?
I'm sorry.
You do it. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's okay. I'll do the reading and then you can be my color commentary. If your intentions were to manipulate and intimidate me into getting an abortion, I will file it tonight. If you would truly rather a $120,000 civil lawsuit, criminal charges, and domestic violence charges than date me, unfortunately, I couldn't have more proof of coercion. Ooh, $120,000 lawsuit. Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots. Hey, now we're getting threatened with $1 million lawsuits. Boy, inflation in the last couple of years, folks. Oh my gosh. It used to be you could just threaten someone with 6 figures, but now we're in the 7-figure range. Confirming that you saw this, I'm going to file the police report at 5:30 if no response, and file criminal charges before the civil case. Again, guys, we're getting to the good stuff here. We are working our way through it. So at this point, we have, this is, I've got a document here, but it's coming in sideways. So let me do boop, boop, boop. So here's a document that I've got from October 14th. Okay, so let's just move. We're going to move forward a little bit and look at this document. It was an email to old Clayty boy. You know what? This is actually, okay, I've already got it pulled up, so I'll just show this real quickly. This is actually sort of a story here, but it does talk about Greg. This was to Clayton after I revealed I had in my possession her new ultrasound. Again, in ultrasound, I've got the metadata showing she sent it to Reality Steve and uploaded it to her Dropbox. So it wasn't just that it was in her Dropbox. The only reason I found it was sent to Reality Steve. This afternoon, I opened the file labeled Sonogram 9523, and it matches up with the still photo that Dave sent me, which I told him was not my ultrasound. That is true. When I pressed her on it, she said, that is 100% not my ultrasound. Again, that was after she realized she was caught red-handed. I stand by that 100%. I'm 100% sure you won't believe me, but I had a different sonogram video with that title that I uploaded weeks ago. Greg went into my drop. Hold on. I need X-Files music for what we're about to listen to. Greg went into my Dropbox, my computer, and changed it. And by the way, the thing I love about Greg is he's an idiot. Greg doesn't he's as close to your boomer dad with technology as we know. There is no way he did this. She said he would benefit so much if he were able to throw this on me, which he won't be able to do. If neither you nor Dave posted the costume photo with me holding that specific sonogram image of our son, then Greg went into my computer and took it. No one else was sent it. I am sending you what I am sending to Detective Craig Reedy. Oh, I haven't heard much about Detective Craig Reedy, about all that connects Gillespie to this. I am filing harassment charges against him, which is a serious felony. I would hope that you might understand the mix-up with sonogram videos based on your friend Greg's history. All right, well, hey, Meg, there it is. It was just a mix-up. All right, that's going to be the stream, guys. Have a good day, everybody. All just a friendly mix-up. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. All right, how's the sound now? I feel like I got the Wi-Fi connected again. Do I sound normal?
You sound good. Your video looks like lower quality than an ISIS beheading video, but
really?
But you look like
all right. Maybe this will help if
I
turn
go.
the
Yeah.
camera off.
Yeah,
sometimes if I turn the camera off, it works better. I don't know what's going because on my end it seems all right. So Brad, IT goatee Brad, get in here and fix my computer. What are you doing? I know you're listening.
She said, I'm still very much pregnant, and it's too much for me to read what has been written about me and what armchair psychologists think, when the reality is I am still pregnant, and that's it. I think you were very, very high that night and forgot that when I was on top of you on your couch, you were begging me to let you put it in for about 30 seconds, then 25, 20, 15, 10, and I said no each time. Then I thought you were...
Hold on. Can we just think about that for a second? Read that slower and with some background music, Dave.
I don't know if I have. I mean, all I've got is my X-Files music. Oh, no, I could do this.
We need some jazz.
You were begging me to put it in for 30 seconds, then 25, 20, 15. I mean, this feels like a New Year's Eve special. 10. And I said no each time.
I'm supposed to leave.
So at this point...
And he's going, just let me in for 30 seconds. Just 25. No.
Just 1 second. Just let me flick it.
Come on.
Now, again, she sent this to him, but I believe I was CC'd on it. No, maybe not. Maybe this might be just to him. But this is when her story becomes, hey, maybe you flicked it in there. She thought he was giving her the old friendly finger, and then come to find out, listen, Clayton's,
so gross.
I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I would misinterpret Clayton's fingers for his man parts. But what do I know? So it's a family show, folks. She said, I realized that a neurologist is not an OB, but that is the most recent doctor who saw me and who clearly agreed with the facts that I looked 21 weeks pregnant. As you can see from the screenshot, she referred to me to a different specialist and diagnosed me with epilepsy. Believe it or not, I'm still very much pregnant. You are welcome to go with me to the doctor if you would like. All of your celebratory videos are in poor taste when testing is by no means completed yet, and when I fully expect the test results to come back with you as the confirmed father at the end of this week. Of course, as we know, that they all came back little to no fetal DNA. As I've said before, I would have no reason to continue communicating with you if I weren't pregnant, since I want nothing from you at all. Therefore, I hope you believe what I told you in the first 2 paragraphs. We do not. Anyway, I shared that because we're showing the connective tissue between her saying Greg is behind all of the hacking, which again, we're going to show with you the video. Maybe that's coming up next. But anyway, of course, when I got a hold of it, so here's what's interesting, right? She tells Clayton, don't believe it. It's not mine. But of course, we've got the evidence here. And again, do you think Greg would have been so smart to use SMIL? Meg, what do you think about that? This is 2 years.
No,
this is, she's claiming that Greg made this ultrasound on the right. And if that's the case, we don't find out till months later that she used SMIL fraudulently in the other ultrasound. What a coincidence that Greg also decided to use the Scottsdale Medical Imaging Lab. So
yeah, I think that's crazy. That makes no sense.
And so
you are not the father.
We showed that, right? There it is. Not the father. I mean, I thought when I made this video, the case was closed, Meg. And you know what? For all purposes, it is closed from a public standpoint. But, you know, it wasn't enough, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Clayton thought it was enough. There it is. But it wasn't enough. Because even with that said, even with the fact that we have no DNA,
I just took a DNA test.
she's still not putting this to bed. So here we have it, folks. Let's get into this. Let's share the first of several audio clips. How does that sound? Why don't we quit burying the lead here and share this? Now, hold on a second. I don't know where my, oh, hold on. See, now I've got him playing right now. All right. So I'm going to share this off screen because I've got it on a different tab on my on my music app here. I'm short wiring, Meg, in live time. Here it is. The first of two audio parts. This was recorded, I believe, without Jane Doe's consent, I'm assuming, but you don't need that in Arizona. In Arizona, only one party needs to confirm that it's, and by the way, I don't even think it would make a difference by the time a reporter gets a hold of this. I think that would be like, it doesn't matter at this point. But here it is, folks. Can you hear me, Meg?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, just making sure you're still there. All right, here it is. Let me know if there's any point you want me to pause this.
Excited? This is what I've always wanted, kids. Oh my gosh. My mom was a twin also, so I always knew that I had the gene.
I have the gene. Don't.
No, I do. My mom's a twin.
Okay.
Stop. Do you think his mom's a twin? Is
His
mom actually a twin?
I don't know. I'm going to have to find that out. But so at this point, it's my belief, which I think is a very obvious belief, as an expert in sarcasm, that Greg is totally effing with her and that she knows it. So let's just listen.
Oh, yeah, she knows.
And by the way, the reason he would be effing with her is because he knows that he's caught her with a fake ultrasound.
I have the gene. Don't.
No, I do. My mom's a twin.
Okay.
By the way, get on that song. My mom's a twin.
Oh, she is.
I have the gene. How about I have the gene?
Yeah, I have the gene, and then a whole chorus of my mom's the twin.
My mom's a twin.
So in that picture, the baby looks about 5 weeks and 4 days old. And that's
5 weeks and 4 days. I estimated that. That's not what Greg, that's not
Wait,
at
what?
all.
No, I said no, the baby's about 5 weeks and 4 days. You didn't say that. It's not in the text. I'm just telling you, it looks like it's about 5 weeks and 4 days
What does
old.
that even mean?
That's exactly the day that we did it. So like, this
5
is
weeks and 4 days? It says 5. I think it was 5 weeks. What are you talking about?
It says 5 weeks. Yeah, that's right when we did.
All right, I'm gonna share not to come back to this, but I'm gonna share the moment here where she actually says the 45 minute mark here, where she starts to explain why Greg is behind this. Because, and here's what's important. This is from the November 2nd date, what I'm about to share with you. It's important because none of this information came out. The information I'm sharing you right now did not come out in trial. This is the first time the world is hearing this audio, but she's already concocted this story about how he's the one behind it all. I'm sharing this because this is her under oath in her recent trial, her IAH trial, the one that Clayton won against her after she sent 500 text messages from dozens of emails.
Can't hear it. You have to share your browser tab.
All
Remember?
right. Golly, you got me. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you what. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to play the rest of this video, and when this part's pertinent, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Rest of the audio.
I estimated the date. What are you talking about?
Oh, you estimated the date.
Yeah.
Oh, you put it on there.
I estimated. They ask you when you think you got pregnant.
Oh.
No, stop. No, they don't. That's a lie. They ask you when the date of your last period was. They do not ever ask you, when do you think you got pregnant?
Right. And
They
that date
start
of
the
last period,
calculations.
there's a term for that, right? And that's what this is, 5 weeks, 0 days. That's supposed to be the date of your last, what'd you say, date of last period?
Yeah, it's the date of your last period. It's not the date you think you thought you got pregnant. I mean, if that were the case, my sonogram would have said Mai Tai Friday.
And then GALMP. So I don't know if we know, maybe someone in the chat knows exactly what that means.
Last missed period is
There
what
it is.
LMP stands for.
So the original one was 5 weeks, 2 days. Hers says 5 weeks, 0 days. Again, this would have been, I mean, it still has to come down to her word, right? She has to tell them. Like, this is something you would not expect someone to lie about, right?
I mean, you take their word that your last missed period, you're basically saying the date of your last period, then they calculate the date that would have been your last missed period, and then somehow they come up with their number and their calculations from there. I don't know. I don't pay attention to how they do it, but they don't ask you, when did you think you got pregnant?
And Jessica is saying another thing here is that it's an O instead of a 0. That this should have been 0 days, but it's an O. Another amazing. And by the way, also, do you notice what's going on here? Look how it's a different shade of black.
Very pixelated, yeah. And also,
and you can see also the same black here because this is all fake. But what you don't realize is if this was a normal document, we would have had the same color right here. This same gray would have been right here. Again, this is immediate throw it out. Obviously, she added the GE logo, immediate. And, she added these logos and thought she was putting them black because, hey, look, to the naked eye, you can't tell the difference. But how's this for a song? Pixels don't lie. How about that?
Oh, that's a good one.
Pixels don't lie. All right, let's continue.
Oh, you put it on there.
I estimated they asked you when you think you got pregnant.
Oh.
Thank you, Jenna, for the $2 super chat. I hope I haven't missed any super chats, but that might be one of the first of the day. Oh, actually, I'm seeing. Is there a way, Meg, for me? Oh, here it is. Rosalind said Fiverr groupie cash train, $5. Oh, how nice is that? We're doing $5 super chats for Fiverr. I appreciate that. And $10 can be Pixels Don't Lie is the $10. Okay, let's continue.
You can put them on the screen, right?
Okay, how do I do that?
So you just click on them. So if you go to your starred comments and then you just click on them, it'll put them up on the screen.
I was looking at the comments from the live YouTube, not from the actual StreamYard. Oh, there they are. Oh, yeah. I see. Oh, I see. Oh, how nice.
It will star all of your super chats. So if you go to starred, you can click on it and then it'll pop right up on the screen. Try it.
You'll starred. Oh, I see. And then I just click on it like that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Jenna.
see?
Okay, real quick housework here. Jenna with the $2, the O in front of the 5 is different than the 0. Thank you. Legal Vice is my guy. Good to see old Law Talk there. Old Law Vice. Trying to fuck with you. Sorry.
Did you know that Jeff had a horrific accident with his incredible mustache? It got burned off in a barbecue accident, and none of us recognize him anymore. It's very sad, and we want it to grow back. It sacrificed itself though for the safety of his face.
His mustache burnt off in a barbecue accident. That sounds like when you go down on a chick from Alabama. That sounds like if you've ever met a girl at a barbecue and went down on her and lost a mustache. Clearly, Legal Vices is a giver. His love language is communicating in a nonverbal technique. All right, careful. Don't get knocked up there, Legal Vices. And then thank you so much, Yako, with the $1. Appreciate the $1, kid. Oh, and Yako's got the nice pixels in his super chat there. Rosalind, like we said, with the $5. Fiverr groupie cash train. And then Heather coming in bigly with a $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, Heather. And now, so what? Now you can
unstar them. And then they'll go off
as they come in. Oh, look at you. We're learning so much. Jenna with a big $10. Pixels don't lie to the tune of hips don't lie. Love it. Absolutely.
I just took a DNA test.
I got them pixels on. Okay, so anyway, let's continue. Apologies, folks. I'm learning new things. Blame Megan Fox. She's the gateway drug that led us here.
By the way, Spectrum is asshole. That's my problem, is that Spectrum's upload speed right now is down at like 3.
All right, if anyone sends a Spectrum super chat, I'll forward those to the internet here for Meg. That's why I love moving to Nashville. I'm running, I mean, not Nashville specifically, but this one neighborhood, it's cable fiber. I mean, I didn't want to do live streams on the West Coast because my internet was so bad. I understand how frustrating it is. Just we're so appreciative for you to be here. But either way, let's continue.
Okay. Okay, so
by the way, we call that a pregnant pause.
What were you going to be sarcastic?
Nothing. I'm just excited. We're gonna have a kid.
What?
What is she doing? You just hear ruffling. Like this is why, by the way, if anyone ever has the chance to listen to a comedy special versus watch it, you got to listen. There's something about listening that makes our brain work harder, and just hearing her ruffle in the background, I'm imagining that she's got ultrasounds and like stacks of bills from Fiverr. She's trying to do her taxes and write off all of the arts and crafts, and we just hear this noise going on. I'm like, what the hell?
Knife. She's got the
yeah, what is she
knife
doing?
Out.
What is she doing
She's
back
cutting
here
and
in the
pasting.
casita?
She's literally cutting and pasting at that exact
Hey, Joe,
moment.
with a Fiverr for fighting LO. Love, groupie, cash, train passenger, and Chris Jenner, another great friend and supporter. What can the original owner of the sonogram do to get justice? Her literal womb, unborn twins, and current child is now on display for thousands. Chris, I totally don't have an answer to that, but I understand how painful this is. And again, we just have to put our eyes to the prize, which is making sure that this never happens again. I mean, you can't steal someone's mail. It's a federal crime. Well, there should be like a real standard set for taking someone's medical documents. Yeah, obviously there's fraud out there, but there needs to be something more privileged about that, and more like, how dare you do this? How dare this happen? Pregnant pause.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to say?
What do you mean?
Because you're obviously not excited. So what
So your pills didn't work?
I didn't say my pills didn't work. I got an ultrasound today.
I know, but they didn't work.
Did you not see that the other thing is like the tiniest thing you've ever seen? It clearly stopped the growth in that.
Wait, what thing? That's not a child. There's no twins in this picture.
Yeah, there are. Do you want me to zoom in on it for you?
All right, we're going to pause there. I have to take you guys to the, and again, help me out here, Meg. I've got to take them to a new screen share, which shows the court case. It's going to be important that everyone hears her words. I go to slides.
You want to share your share screen, and
then we're going to
choose the browser tab.
Got it.
Choose the one on the browser tab.
All right, we're going to go back here, and this is where she begins in Clayton's case to describe that Greg made up the audio we're just listening to, where she has him zoom in. This is what she's referencing. She has him zoom in on all the, clearly he doesn't zoom far enough in to see that it's Fiverr. By the way, I want to shout out BJ Mary here, stage Fiverr Klinger. Brooke still dying. Oh, that's Brooke's original comment. Stage Fiverr Klinger right there. Debbie with the $2. Thank you, Debbie. And again, Megan, I can relate to Mai Tai Friday, except it was Margarita Tuesday. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Be
careful with those drink named nights of the week. Pregnancies usually follow. Just saying.
They certainly do. And here she is putting the blame on Greg.
Correct. That is incorrect.
I'm going to go back just one tab here. And this is Deandra, Clayton's very, very good lawyer here, cross-examining Jane Doe. And I want to thank everyone in the comment section who donated to Clayton's legal fund. It is because of that donation that he was able to hire this law firm that is able to expose the fraud we're watching play out.
First time that you've made allegations that you're pregnant with twins within the last 2 years.
Yes, I got it.
Correct?
That is incorrect.
Okay. So I would ask the court to take judicial notice, Your Honor, of the civil matter involving Mr. Greg Gillespie, who is present in the courtroom today. And it's CV, let me get that number for the court,
I have a protective
2021.
Gillespie and against Mr. Eckert, and
I have a protective order against him, so you can't use the fraud I committed against him as evidence here. Duh. Doi. Hey, guess what, Jane? Pixels don't lie.
I just took a DNA test.
wish I was aware that Mr. Gillespie was
052.
So she's triggered that Gillespie is in a courtroom on the other side of a Wi-Fi connection. She's connected to Greg through Wi-Fi, and that, I guess, should violate the rules of her order.
893.
By the way, people are saying the audio's too low. I've got it boosted as loud as I can get it. So
Court
just,
audio always sucks. Put your headphones in and quiet down.
Jane says, how is it going to hurt
We
you?
had an exhibit that we discussed last time regarding that case, and what was presented was a complaint and a motion to dismiss. And there wasn't any findings from any court on anything related to that. So I'm not going to consider that at this point.
Your Honor, I do have some questions that I think are very important for the court to hear regarding that case. I understand if the court doesn't want to take judicial notice, but I do have questions that are important that I would like to proceed with regarding the uncanny similarities.
I don't think that would be appropriate for this specific hearing. We know
Nobody
the scope
asked
of this
you.
particular hearing. Bringing up things in a separate case.
She
these are separate issues. They're not.
By the way, I also wanted to get, I don't know if I've got the weather here, but I had a tab with the weather. It looks like it's gone here. But if we look at Scottsdale, I just want you guys to see this because Scottsdale weather for November 2023. Clearly, Jane Doe is abusing the amount of air conditioning she's using because on November 2nd, 2023, it was 81 degrees. And just so you guys know, she's wearing a sweater that, I mean, Old Navy would be impressed with the level of turtleneck she's got.
Then again,
going.
my mother lives in Arizona and she's also in like 90 pounds and she's always wearing a sweater because, you know, when you're that thin and little, you don't retain your body heat really. And
it's like those chihuahuas in California that have the that have to wear a sweater at the beach.
Yeah. But again, wasn't she claiming she was 24 weeks pregnant here? So pregnant ladies are always hot, overheated.
My wife is burning at about 1,000 degrees. She's
right.
You know, when you're pregnant, what you're I mean, you know, I'm not here to pregnant explain to you, but every day is the equivalent of running a marathon. So my wife's got fans on her. We're hosing her down like she's an elephant at the zoo. You know what I mean? I gotta just, you know, I look like the pressure washer guy in New York who has to clean the streets. I'm the guy after Mardi Gras. And here she is. Oh, it's a little toasty inside. Let me tell you something. Let me know in the comment section. Is there one woman who's pregnant? Now, after you've given birth, I hear you get the chills because you lose a lot of blood that was keeping you warm. But at the time, I mean, you're an oven.
These are not the same thing. This is an injunction against harassment. I don't even know what that case is. It's not an injunction against harassment. I know that. It's not appropriate.
Your Honor, this goes to the heart of why Mr. Eckert needs this injunction against harassment and Miss Owens' pattern, her modus operandi, her pattern of behavior, her pattern of making the same claims against other men in the state of Arizona within the last 2 years. And I think it's highly relevant to this case. Now,
just to compliment our camera work here, this is why I use a nice Sony lens. I have a 35 millimeter 1.4 f-stop lens. It's actually really expensive. Only saying that because it's just her, you know, she's kind of got that fisheye lens. It doesn't do much flattery to the you know, just a general. I mean, you would never shoot a headshot with that style lens is the point. Now, if you wanted to be a character actor in a movie, you might use a lens like that to further show the absurdity. A lot of times the eyes will use between a 50 to an 80 millimeter lens because that's what looks human to us. But in some films, they'll use like a 16 millimeter to give you this fisheye look, just to show you how zany a circus scene is or something. But we're seeing that play out right now, both visually and audibly. I did want to share just one more quick clip from the 4230 mark. It really has nothing to do with this case, but this is what I got the sound bite for today.
Dave, I'll be right back. I'm going to reset the router.
All right, resetting the router. Please, and take your time. Thank you so much. We'll just play this clip real quick. Sounds good.
We sit here today, not a single DNA test has come back indicating that Clayton's the father, correct?
The samples were diluted and I'm going back next month is what I was.
These are yes or no questions. It's a very simple question. As we sit here today, you have no DNA test that indicates that Clayton is the father, right?
The results, the testing is ongoing.
I just took a DNA test.
All right. So anyway, the testing's ongoing. She talks about the previous allegations against Greg, but the real smoking gun that we showed as far as her claims are what's in this court document right here with regards to the fact that she says he sent the sonogram. What's important is it is important that we show. Oh, sorry, I have to show. Forgive me, guys. I'm using new software, so this is just a little tough on me here. But I have to change the screen that I'm presenting. I'm getting better at this, and then we go back to the entire screen here. So I'm going to share this entire screen, and then you guys can see back to where we were that she alleges that he made all of this up. Now that's important because we're going to continue to listen to her in real time in this audio explain to Greg what he's looking at, which we now know to be a completely doctored ultrasound, probably, which has also come from Fiverr. I think we can say that it came from Fiverr. She's going to claim that he went to Fiverr. I don't even know if Greg knows what Fiverr is, because when I asked him, hey, Greg, looks like she made this up on Fiverr, he said, what the hell's Fiverr? What are we doing here? So either way, she claims that this is the one she shared with him. And then let's go to what she had to say.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no twins in this photo.
Yeah, there is.
Where? I don't know. I know how to read ultrasounds. This is a single baby.
You know how to read ultrasounds?
Yeah.
If you go down here, I'll just screenshot it for you.
So she said, I'll screenshot it for you. And that's at the point that we have the text message that she sent. Text messages I already showed you. So we're watching in real time her say this is what it is. We saw the text message of what it is. Guys. I mean, like I said, I'm a nobody, forensically speaking. What we're witnessing here is, evidence you couldn't even dream of that shares all of the ways in which. Now, the only thing she can claim now, which I won't be surprised if she does this, is that this is an artificial intelligent version of her voice. No one's going to believe that because it's not, but that's the only thing I think she could claim at this point here. Let's continue. So she says, zoom in on it. And what she's asking him to zoom in on is this one on the left was supposed to be the invisible twin here. Now, she knows all of this because she probably went to the blog Invisible Twin and when she originally got this ultrasound.
So what you want me to? Do you think that you want me to tell you I made a mistake, and you want me to? What did you say?
Well, you clearly were never planning to see me again.
Wait, you want me to stop and tell you? Let's go see the lawyer together.
Let's go what?
Let's go to the lawyer together. We'll talk to the lawyer.
That's what you would like to do?
Yeah.
So now Greg is saying, giddy up, biatch, giddy up. So Spanx McGee said she's a liar. However, I am 5'7" and wiry thin. No one could tell I was pregnant until 7 months. Even docs were worried. I gained a net of 8 pounds. Kid was 7 inches at birth. No boobs till a week after birth either. I'm guessing you said kid was 7 pounds at birth. Either way, thanks for sharing that. But yeah, you know, that's if we are to believe that she never gained any weight during her pregnancy, what was with that massive belly? I mean, my wife is 9+ months pregnant. We are in the golden week of delivery, and yet we have no evidence that like if you put my wife on camera, you would not be able to see the level bump that she had on camera. So it's like, what were you? Were you super skinny or were you super large? Like, which one was it, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to do, so you were just totally bullshitting.
Wait, so you want to have a surgical? Oh, wait, you want to have a wait? I'm just reading still. You want to have an abortion, a surgical abortion?
That's what I thought you wanted.
So you want to go have a surgical abortion?
That was what I thought you wanted.
And I'm getting breaking news, folks. This is pretty wild. A wild day for us today. Breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, Fiverr has entered the chat and said, take our name out your mouth. Now, I don't know if this is the real Fiverr or just someone with the name Fiverr, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that we have the corporate Fiverr account. Can we get a discount code from the Fiverr account? Someone said a Dave Fiverr sponsorship ASAP. I mean, yeah, this is good. It'd be good to get a sponsor from Fiverr. Put your money where your mouth is, Fiverr. Apparently Fiverr is putting their money where their mouth is, but seriously, we don't need this level of cray coming at us. Wow. Unbelievable that we have Fiverr. And by the way, of course, no blame goes to Fiverr for this. Of course, we must have some corporate people at Fiverr that have been watching this chat. No blame to Fiverr. It's just amazing that someone, and again, it's like, look, you can't get mad at you can't get mad at YouTube you can't get mad at Photoshop because she decided to do with Photoshop what she did. You can't get mad at Fiverr for what was done here. But of course, the case has been cracked and the Fiverr babies have been really exposed here, if you ask me. I can't believe this. I wonder is it any coincidence that Megan Fox is gone right now and Fiverr appears? Could it be? I mean, do we have a scenario in which Megan Fox is possibly the CEO of Fiverr? Is this some weird undercover boss type situation happening? So again, and not to catch everyone up, but if you pay me $5, give me the old Fiverr payment, we'll replay this thing for you guys. All right, so it looks like that's the end of that clip. Now there are other clips. I think we're gonna have to take a small break. Is there a way? Let me see if I can do a 10. I'm gonna take a 10-minute break to use the bathroom. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Why don't we do this? Can I play this? Oh, it's not going to play. Let me do this. 10-minute countdown. I'm going to do a 10-minute countdown, and I don't need it with music. Hold on. 10-minute countdown. And this, because you're not going to believe this, but we actually have a doula that we're meeting today, and I'm gonna do this without the music here, and I'm gonna put this over here, and this means we'll be right back. Okay, this is gonna be we'll be right back. Megan's here. Hey, Megan, could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I've actually got to I've got to go for 10 minutes. Can you hang out with the crowd and just talk?
I can. I have stuff.
Please, yeah.
A great opportunity for you to do some digging on your end and look into Laura's account with Fiverr and see what was ordered. Because if she did use your service to defraud a court, that's something that maybe you should take a look at. Yeah. Because I know you don't want people using your service for fraudulent stuff. So if that happens to be the actual Fiverr corporate account, that would be something to look into. And by the way, you can always email me, Fiverr, meganfox.writer@protonmail.com, and I will be happy to connect you with the people who need to know about this, attorneys, etc. So if that's incredible. That's incredible, and I hope that that's true. Oh no, it's not really Fiverr. Now you just ruined the illusion, Fiverr. It says if Megan was our CEO, we'd still have Taco Tuesdays and Fellatio Fridays. Good work. Good work. You guys are so funny. All right, so I am working on a new song. Let's see. Let's get the lyrics down. We have to get the lyrics correct. I'm working on a Fiverr baby. Let's see. I'm not looking for a ring or anything classy. All I need is for someone to care to ask me to go steady. I'm so ready for that leather jacket. I will hack it with internet. What? Manipulations, internet. We got 2 more lines to go in this verse. With internet manipulations and all of my stipulations. On all of my stipulations. You know how much she loves her stipulations. With internet manipulations and a variety of my stipulations. There we go. A variety pack of stipulations. Now we got to get on to the chorus. Ready? Chorus. Let's see. Got all the money for litigations. That's good too. That's good too. We'll put that in verse 2. Internet machinations. That's good too. That's good too. Relationship stipulations. Legal Vices says it's clearly not the real Fiverr. The chat is in dollars, not rupees. All right, let's see. Chorus. Don't try to deny it. You clearly flicked it. You clearly flicked it. And now you should own it. No, I got to find something that rhymes with Fiverr. Or baby, because I'm going to call it a Fiverr baby. Now I'm your lady. It's a Fiverr baby. Diver, Fiverr, diver might be good. I'm pregnant, maybe. It's a Fiverr baby. I like I'm pregnant, maybe. You clearly flicked it. I'm pregnant, maybe. It's a Fiverr baby. Hey, wait. I'm pregnant, maybe. It's. Wait. Wait, we're doing really well on my new song, Dave. Pregnant,
Oh, you got a new
maybe.
song?
We're working on it.
Oh, very
Don't
nice.
try to deny it. You clearly flicked it. I'm pregnant, maybe. It's a Fiverr baby.
Oh my gosh. So this is wild that Fiverr's in the chat. I mean, obviously,
It's
we've
not
got
Fiverr. It's not Fiverr. They
Are you sure?
blew their cover. Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think Fiverr chats about Fellatio Fridays. I could be wrong, but
Well, I tell you what, let's look at yeah, does Fiverr have I mean,
if Fiverr does have Fellatio Fridays, I think someone should notify HR immediately.
I love that they use the Fiverr green color too, but I don't know.
So
Although I'll tell you what, I guess this logo is different. I don't know. Yeah, if they were smart, they would have used this Fiverr logo. But again, Fiverr, our DMs are open. If anyone works at Fiverr and they can get into the metadata, and metadata is the key word here. All right, should we continue with the? Well, I was really hoping. Well, Jessica, it's not that I'm gullible. It's that I would rather believe it was Fiverr than it's not. So
hey, weirder things have happened, you guys. Weirder things have happened. It's not like people don't contact us from, they do. I mean, weirder things have happened. But
how about I don't want
Friday gave it away.
I don't want to like jump into your song here, but what if it's like I ain't?
Well, no,
that
jump
ain't-
in. We're
What if
we're
what if it's like
creating
a
it together.
what if it's like a response by Greg? Like that ain't my fiber. That's just a Fiverr type of deal. That
Could
ain't
be.
got my human fiber. That's a janky Fiverr. I don't know.
Shaky fiber.
All right, well, let's continue. Let's continue, class. So, by the way, Meg, I want to tell you how angry this makes me. I'm missing a doula appointment now. My wife's talking to the doula, and it's probably a really good. It's probably good for them to talk. I am 100%. I have not missed one appointment, but at this point, I do feel one of the best ways to protect my family right now is to continue to expose this. I do believe this isn't here about making an extra $1 or $2. Brenda says, "Don't be a briber. Get that Fiverr." So
there we go.
Instead, she would rather unlive her Okay, so anyway, we have a couple messages from Joe Cotchett. Uncle Joe. Now, I might have shared this already. I don't know if this has been shared. So this was an email that was sent September 30th, 2021. This was an email purportedly to be from Patrice at CPM Legal. Dear Janie Dodobert, thank you for the note. It is an extraordinary story with Gillespie. I am glad you are pursuing charges as they conduct is outrageous. Okay, typo. If we can help in any way, do not hesitate to call. Best regards, Uncle Joe. So how important is this? Well, this is just more Fiverr fiber that shows us. Here's part 2 from that same email. Fiverr that shows us that she's claiming Woodnick is behind this all. Hi, Patrice. Hope all is well. This is from Jane Doe. I'm happy to report that default judgment was granted in my favor in the coercion lawsuit I filed against my short-term boyfriend, Greg Gillespie. Short-term boyfriend, another great song title. This is what send short-term boyfriend to the guy that you just banged once and you're trying to get a relationship out of. I'm pursuing fraud charges as a result of the fraudulent emails that he concocted and were purported to have come from me. Have you seen this before, Meg, or just today? This all new for you?
I feel like this one is, I feel like I've seen this one. I don't know. It's all running together.
I am pursuing fraud charges. He's apparently doctored an ultrasound image from the internet and attributed it to me. I've seen no proof of it. However, his attorney, in an attempt to intimidate me, claimed that he had sent it to Uncle Joe and that Uncle Joe had presumably informed me of a counterclaim against me for fraud. As baffling as this is to you, it's equally baffling to me. I deeply apologize for their attempt to involve Joe and your firm in this and would really appreciate any information you can give me on this, as I have my doubts about whether he and Joe had this conversation. So I believe this is a real email. I believe Patrice O'Malley is an actual person. I believe that's all real. What I don't believe is the actual claim she's making that Greg doctored this, specifically because we just listened to
short-term boyfriend, also a good song.
This is what I've always wanted. Kids.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just fired off this year. Just again, the last 10 seconds. I think I played this before Meg, you returned here, and this is where she's literally sending him the ultrasound we just watched,
telling him to zoom in.
Well, let's zoom in as she wants us to and play along.
Well, you clearly were never planning to see me again.
Wait, you want me to stop and tell you? Let's go see the lawyer together.
Let's go what?
Let's go to the lawyer together. We'll talk to the lawyer.
All right. So at this point, sorry, let me go backwards here.
I know how to read ultrasounds. This is a single baby.
You know how to read ultrasounds?
Yeah.
If you go down here, I'll just screenshot it for you.
So she now sends him what we're looking at, minus this logo. By the way, thank you, Dana, for the super chat. Oh, I'll get to all these super chats in a second here. Brenda says Fiverr t-shirts. Fiverr says take our name out of your mouth.
So what? You want me to? Do you think that? You want me to tell you I made a mistake, and you want me to? What did you say?
right. So anyway, they're looking at it, and then we already shared that. But just to follow along as we did, Fiverr said if Megan was our CEO, we'd still have Taco Tuesdays and Fellatio Fridays. Fellatio Fridays and Taco Tuesdays are interchangeable depending on what type of taco we're talking about here.
Especially
Legal
if
Vices
there's margaritas.
said, Megan, my mom's a twin. Song link in your Twitter DM. Oh, is that new?
Nice.
We'll get to that. And Dana, a grid pal Dana said, y'all need a Tennessee sweet tea after this. Love y'all. We'll be making sure to get that, Dana. We love Dana. Dana's so sweet. Dana's been so supportive throughout the years. Good to see you over here. So anyway, we shared the evidence that she used again to show that this is all fraud. Let's go back to
I sent you my mom's a twin in the private chat.
Okay, so if I wanted to play this, do I have to then reshare?
You share it are you sharing a browser right now or your screen?
My screen. So then I got to reshare it.
So you have to share the browser. So you have to stop it and then you have to reshare it as a browser window.
All right, let's do this. I'll come back. I'll play this in a few minutes here. Let's go back to but I hate that end screen button is so close to everything else. I'm so worried I'm going to end the stream. I'm assuming.
Well, but if you hit it though, it asks you again. Are you sure?
And that's good. And by the way, I'm just going to double check. I like to do this because people don't believe me when I say that a lot of times my streams, these types of streams get demonetized. Oh, we're still monetized. Very interesting that we're still, usually by the time I end the stream, it gets demonetized. I think I think they're back to auto demonetizing, which is something I had to deal with, back with the Depp case and all of that. Everything was auto demonetized back then. All right, I'm going to go back to we have one more piece of audio to share with everybody. Just give me a second here. I've got this titled "New Gillespie Lies." So we just played the Joe Cotchett 1 and Joe Cotchett 2, and now we've got people wondering like, "Oh, Dave, how do we know this is real?" Blah blah blah. As far as her claiming that it wasn't her ultrasound. This is with Clayton, but as we see here, she's got all of the uploads. People took did meticulous record keeping of all of her uploads. And right here, again, she claims that Greg hacked into her account and uploaded this the same day she uploaded everything else and called it Ultrasound 9523. But what she might not have known at the time when she made these claims is this was the same file she sent to Reality Steve. So I guess she's going to claim he accidentally or he maliciously replaced my ultrasound with this one. And then when I went to go send it to Reality Steve, I didn't realize it was a different one. I mean, how far down the line do we need to go?
She sent the actual file. She didn't send a Dropbox link to him. She sent a file.
I know, it's wild. It's absolutely wild.
It's from her email, by the way. I've seen it. It's from her email that she sends all her emails from. So unless she's claiming now that Greg can hack into her actual email and then send files and also write like her, because she sent Steve a rambling, long ass, explanation of all this stuff. I don't buy it.
Yeah, I mean, and so this is again the photo, because you know what, I've wondered this myself, where I've gone, oh geez, maybe the version of the ultrasounds we're looking at are not the ones she has. Here it is again. And now that we know where the Fiverr line is, I can't click on this, but what I can do, just so you guys understand, this is a video I'm gonna play for you guys, but just so you guys can see what I'm working with here, I just took a screen grab. You're watching me do the math, so there's no fraud here, right? I just took the screen grab, and there it is, folks. Fiverr. It's still there, so because you wonder, you go, well, if he really was messing with her, he could like throw on a fake logo somewhere, and that way you have this, sow a lot of doubt. It's right there. So again, guys, I mean, look, you know what? Take me to court at this point. Quit threatening me with a good time. If this is what you want, I'd rather not. I'd rather litigate this so much so publicly that she knows she'll get embarrassed and blasted with all of these lies, because she's lucky, Meg, that she's getting away with this with only the public opinion. She's lucky that this never made it to Greg. You can't blame law firms for not having the bandwidth to do what we're doing right now, which is having 1,700 people in the chat room analyzing all of this. So you just can't blame people for not having the ability to have that bandwidth. So she says, it looks like you're going to be a dad to 1 or 2 babies. Again, was sick enough to go to the clinic this afternoon and have to get an ultrasound to make sure I wasn't having an ectopic pregnancy. I wasn't. Found out that I've been pregnant with twins. Looks like one of them passed or isn't doing well, probably because of the medicine I took. I had the option of a surgical abortion and elected not to. If I'm going through this on my own, I will let God decide. So again, we've seen this all before. It goes on and on. I'm giving you one more shot to admit you were overwhelmed and panicked and apologize. Otherwise, you're not getting any input going forward. Again, same stuff she said to and you might wonder why is she using an email and like a different contact here. Probably because he blocked her at this point. You would not get custody even if you have all the written you would not get custody given all you have written about aborting the pregnancy. You also had manipulated me to take abortion pills that resulted in the deformity or death of the second fetus. I would also pursue any and all legal action for that. So now she's claiming, again, it's tough, folks. She's taking somebody's personal tragedy with their vanishing pregnancy that they were so brave to share on a blog in 2015. She's taking that image and right here, she's slapping a Fiverr logo onto it. Can we get a GoFundMe? I mean, she's supposed to be so rich. Can we get a GoFundMe for her to get premium Fiverr? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous here that she was, how brazen of her to think she could remove the Fiverr logo. And maybe she did. Maybe she's got one of those, it could be that she's using one of those, what would you call it? A watermark remover programs. So this could be the result of a watermark remover program. So they go, yeah, we remove it. And it's some sort of digital thing and it removes it. And maybe, and again, I actually haven't considered this. Maybe this right here is the Fiverr logo. Like it could be, has anyone ever bought anything on Fiverr? But it could be that is whatever.
My question is, why didn't she extend the blur over the writing?
Well, because she didn't notice it. So again, this is my guess is she ran it through a watermark removal program, which removed the watermark and replaced, when you use the AI technology that removes watermarks, it tries to look at the color scheme around it and just replace it. But with letters, that's very difficult. So that's my guess is that we're not actually looking at the text. We're looking at the watermark removal. And this right here would also be why are there such unique different colors happening right here? You know what I mean? This is not the act of someone just using a blur tool. If I were to use a blur tool,
you're right.
So if I used a blur tool, new layer, just to show you guys what a blur tool.
Wait, there also appears to be a square right there. Wait, go back in. So you've got the blur dot, but then there appears to. No, I mean back up a little bit more. No, back up a little bit more. Yeah, go out a little bit. There, stop. Do you see over the blur what looks like a blurred dot, like a circle, the whole thing, the big dot, not the little one? You're concentrating on the little one. No, I'm talking about the big one that goes all the way around what looks like that dark squiggly line.
Move my pointer up or down.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that. You can't see that big square that also looks like it's sitting over the circle of blur. So the circle of blur, which looks like it's the whole thing. Like if you moved your mouse in a big wide circle, wider than that, like all the way around. No, all the way down. Like, do you see the big blur there? All the way down there. Right in front of it is a big, similar sized big square that also looks like something was done.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and look.
See the hard line? You can see a hard line there. Like you can see a hard line that goes all the way across the blur circle at the top. I would show you if I could show you my
if we could illustrate this. But so if I were to go here and do an elliptical tool, just to show people what I'm talking about here, I could make a circle right here. And then if I do this and crop this circle, just to show you guys, if I go to a filter and go to blur, Gaussian blur, it's not going to let me do it. Okay, sorry. Hold on. So what I would have to do is here's her, that's her Fiverr. But if I take if I take this and do a duplicate layer, I know this might sound
New
super,
song, Circle of Blur. Chat, Circle of Blur.
so I look. So here's what I'm doing here. Here is a filter, and this is a blur. So it's a blur tool. So very easy to do. And if I'm to add a blur tool here, you can see this strength of which I could blur something. Anyway, I'm having an issue with it. But anyhow, so yeah, that's, we're just trying to look at what might have happened here. Was it possibly a remover tool? All right, so we do have one more clip to share. Yeah, I didn't even get to the second clip. So let's go here to this second video we have. I wanted to believe you're a good guy. I would have had an abortion. And now his response was, you're going to birth a baby with birth defects. You took the pills. Now, again, nothing he says at this point should be used as him believing her. This is like when Clayton said things and she used it against him. He's calling her out. She says, I won't know until later on what the issue would be, if any. So what do you want to do? It clearly affected at least one, considering how small it is. He said, it's one baby. And at that point, I think, is when we get to that voicemail where he says it's one baby and she says, no, it's another. And by the way, she shares now from the same image a zoomed in version of the Fiverr. So even at this point, she's not, and I get it. Meg, the way our brains work.
God, it's there. I can see it. I can't unsee it now. It's so obvious. I wonder if Greg ever saw it.
Nobody saw it. Nobody saw this, because you can't unsee it. Nobody is looking at this with the level of intensity, because even if you zoom this in on a phone, you're not able to see what we're seeing now. So that's my belief, is that nobody saw this. So anyway, his response was, it's one baby. And then let's just move it on. We're playing what we have here. There might be some duplicates. But let's see. And again, all of this, I'm looking at this with a new set of eyes here. She said, here you go, an ultrasound and a lawsuit. So she said, you want the ultrasound? You got it. And there it is, an ultrasound and a lawsuit.
This is a different one, isn't it? Is this a different ultrasound picture?
It could be. Let's screen grab this here.
This one looks different.
And again, we're looking at these right now. So
or
this
like,
is
or is this like a stretched out different view of the same one? I don't
know. Now she's removed the previous guy, the other. There's no. So we are looking at a very low quality image because it's been screen grabbed. To me, it looks like there's a blur right there. It looks like we see a blur right there. But I
wonder if she reversed the image and then just took out the other one, like just flipped it around and then took out the other one.
So you're wondering if, let me go to my phone.
It looks different, but it also could just be a reverse. Like if you flip it and then you blur out the second one.
So let's go to 50%. This is the new one. So you're thinking maybe, and again, it could have been any number of things here, but you're wondering if this is
a different shape. It's a different shape. Even if you flipped it, like what if you flip it around? So you flip the one you're looking at and you
edit image, flip flip it.
Image rotation? No, flip canvas horizontal. That's what it was. Flip horizontal. That's what you want.
But you know what I have to do is I have to double click it and I have to do it separately. Edit image, and then it's which one? Flip canvas horizontal.
Horizontal.
All right.
Yes.
So now we have. So this is a little slow, but I don't think this technology is meant for Photoshop. So then we go back to that's not we go back to this one, and now we're so like no, it's still like, who knows what the hell this is.
It could be just a totally different one.
Yeah, and we'll have to look at the time. Excuse me, the time period. So that we'll put that in the middle. We don't know what that one is. But we've done literally the most minimum of research. I haven't run that through any software or whatever, but That's above my pay grade. So she goes, here you go, an ultrasound and a lawsuit. Went to the ER to get an ultrasound. Here you go. But oh, by the way, okay, let's go back to this image one more time just to look at the what she's got on the top here. Oh, so this is as far as we can see. So it looks like last name, first name. Yeah, we can't tell. We can't tell from that. But that's all we have, folks. We're trying our best here. If any of this proved to be real, we would have new questions to ask, and we just haven't seen that yet. So back here, she says, here you go, went to the ER, racking up bills. And then we click onto your ultrasound. How dare you call me a psycho, a scam artist, a manipulator, a liar, and making me feel nuts for wanting a relationship with a stranger, aka a guy I had gone out with 4 times and felt a great connection with, and who convinced me he wanted all these things if I got an abortion. You're the awful one for convincing me you liked me so much that I should give up a pregnancy now so that we could do it the right way in the future. Then you want to act like I'm harassing you. So again, we've seen this all. This is now kind of boring, folks. As much as you would like to convince yourself that I was someone else's kid or that I somehow convinced One Medical to falsify the results of the pregnancy test, you're wrong. You told me so many different stories about how you didn't want the abortion. I now have 44 messages from you telling me to do it. And contradicted, she's counting the times he's asked her for an abortion. That's not illegal. You can actually ask somebody 1,000,000 times to have an abortion. It doesn't make it illegal. And contradicted yourself quite a few times about how we did or didn't have sex or that I forced you to. Yeah, I could really physically dominate you at 5'4", and so many other ridiculous stories. I ordered a prenatal DNA test today. Hold on, as promised. I wasn't prepared for this, folks. Sorry, I'm slipping.
I just took a DNA test.
I ordered a DNA test today. Oh, now I lost my spot. Oh boy, I'm losing it. I'm slipping, folks. I need more cold brew. If not, your pressure, not one, but I ordered a prenatal DNA test today, and if the baby is alive, you can do it. If not, your pressure killed not 1, but 2 fetuses. And when you said you wanted to talk to my exes because they would have stories, ? That's horribly hurtful and total BS. My abusive ex was stalking me when I ended it, and I had several witnesses. Besides that sociopath, none of my exes would have a bad word to say about me. I've never filed a lawsuit before, and I definitely wouldn't if I didn't know I could win it easily. I'm giving you one final chance to redeem yourself as a human being. Say you've had a meltdown and that you are going to keep your word. I can't get myself to believe you're really that bad. If that's the case and you really did want to keep your promise to me, I will withdraw the lawsuit tomorrow and do the surgical abortion. If you bullshitted me to kill human lives for your own selfish and cowardly benefit, I will make sure that the law makes you pay the consequences for your actions because they are completely inexcusable. Again, this is somebody who's weaponized the abortion, which
it's
again,
not illegal. It's not illegal at all to not be interested in a pregnancy. It's not illegal for him to say, I don't want a baby and I want you to get an abortion. That's not coercion. That's just his own opinion, and he's allowed to have it.
She said, if that's who you are, the civil lawsuit stands as it's already been filed. I will file for a criminal lawsuit for your actions against unborn children. I will have the court order you to take a DNA test. Keep the child if it survives and raise it in a great environment. I'm sure it's a great environment. Nothing like a dusty horse. Nothing like a dusty horse childhood. Okay, so let's continue. Let's see. Let me get rid of that. This might be a duplicate here. And we're down. Oh, so I guess. And then is this new? Have we shared this one yet? Oh, this is a little interesting. Apologies if these are out of order because I believe this one is. This goes back to August 1st. Did I share this one? She said, I haven't had any bleeding yet. So at this point, I'm feeling so sick from these pills. Again, folks, apologies. These are kind of out of order. This was when he believed she was taking the pills to kill the kid and only one died. I hate that I even have to talk like this. Do you understand how awful this is for me right now? This is worse than the first pill to know that I'm going to physically lose the baby. Did I make a huge mistake or are we actually going to end up together? I hate this and this is only worth it if we end up working out. I'm so nervous about everything. This isn't even hard for you. So here's what's interesting. These are photos of what I believe to be Greg's house. He responds, she says that, and then 5 days later, he responds with this image, which I believe to be the blog before Fiverr got a hold of it. I believe this is the original blog. This is also an image of her standing at his door. I guess maybe he said he had COVID. Again, this is back in the good old days of COVID.
Dog. I love his dog. His dog is like, what the hell?
So there's
I
the
have a
dog.
dog. I've got a German Shepherd like that. My German Shepherd would be up on the window snarling. What a good dog he has.
Right?
Mine would
Good
be just,
dog.
maybe he's just used to her being there all the time, like standing outside the window.
I want to thank our friend Winks for a $50 donation. Said, thank you for continuing to cover this and fighting for justice for everyone who's been a victim of Jane. Justice is ongoing. Tonsil Twins, Pond Scum Posse. Thank you so much, Winks. And of course, Chris, can Fiverr be subpoenaed to confirm it's their image? Maybe. Again, I think what we've noticed is these companies do not play ball, and unless it's like the royal family, I just don't think it'll ever get that far. But maybe somebody at Fiverr could drop into my hands some information. So there she is, watching my YouTube channel, or maybe trying to download Bachelor Rush Hour podcast, which she gets twice a day, in the morning and the afternoon. 1,600 people in the chat, folks. We'll have a recap for this up on this afternoon's episode. I am meeting with the PR people today, although they want an insane amount of money, but I'm looking to get possible publicity for this. Although after today, we might not need it, folks. We might be all set. So there's the dog being the goodest of boys, as they are. And there she is, like I said, downloading the Bachelor Rush Hour podcast. So she understands, she likes podcasts that have been featured in Time Magazine, or maybe she's subscribing to Meg Fox. Maybe she's on Meg's YouTube channel right now.
Standing
Being like,
outside, texting him, probably like, I'm here, I'm at your window. Like, what? It's just the most bizarre thing.
the best part is, look at the foreground. Clearly, he's like taking a photo through.
I know.
Guys,
The dog is killing me, because I've had German Shepherds for a long time, and man, is that a good boy. Not up on the window, not scratching the windowsill and snarling and snapping, because that's what they do. And then you walk in and they want to love you to death. But they usually attack things. I need to talk to Greg about his dog training abilities. Dang, maybe Greg needs to come here and train my dog.
by the way, what has she got? A keychain there? She's got like one of those rabbit's foot keychains. You know, good for her though. You know, at this point, she believes he has COVID. So hey, for all we know, she's doing the right thing. I mean, I don't know. She's got no soup in her hands or anything. What's on her neck? Maybe that's one of those balaclavas. What are they called?
She's got like the mask underneath, and then she's got the other one to pull up over it, I think.
Now, of course, we wouldn't expect her to be showing at this point. So anyway, this is, and then she's got, and then for the first time, he shares the vanishing blog that is still active, that shows these, this very sad story, which again, if we could do anything, if this lady, if this blog, okay, so if one of these babies,
put that on, did she put that there, or he did?
I believe this is on his side of things.
So he did it. He's like, here's your alleged sonogram.
Right. So let's go back to the date. This would have been August 6th. So this is 5 days after.
What's the video one?
I can't click on it. This is all I have. Yeah. Sorry, Meg. This is all I got for you.
Video.
So then we click on the vlog and you can see it's the same one. So again, and here's, so maybe I don't know if any of these vlogs, I don't think so. I don't think these were used, because these are more developed, but either way, if possible, if guys, if anyone knows whose blog this is, I would be happy to sponsor the 9-year-old birthday, or whatever the next birthday is for this, for her family, or I'd be happy for us to wipe out her Christmas gift registry. Please, let's do something good for this unfortunate person who wanted nothing to do with this scenario. This was from 2015. So this child, assuming this one was viable, would be like an 8-year-old. Like, I would love to help. I'm sure if anyone privately wants to connect me with them, let's put our there's some good karma to use here. So anyway, we have that, and then let's see if there's anything else here. So that's the end of that video, and I'm gonna go. We're probably going to get out of here in 10 minutes or so. I'll be live around 1:30 today on the Patreon. If anyone wants to join us on Patreon, if ever there's been a time to join, I'm telling you right now, this would probably be it. So we saw this video. We get this far, the Joe Cott shit. Yeah. So that's some of these are kind of duplicates, and it looks like we're down to our final piece of audio. Shall we play this?
Yeah.
I have
I'm
no
ready.
idea. I don't know what we're going to listen to, but let's have a listen.
Greg, I'm serious that I would do a paternity test at 8 weeks. I'm not kidding you.
That's
I
cool.
don't deserve this. I deserve you to keep your.
So wait, why didn't you answer the question about the photo online?
I did. What did you want me to say?
Why is it your photo?
It's not my photo.
Why not? You don't wait. Didn't you find it peculiar how similar it looks?
No, I don't find anything peculiar with an ultrasound photo. They all look the same.
They do?
Oh,
No,
ultrasounds
they
look
don't.
the same. I don't find anything weird with that.
You have experience in this?
With ultrasound,
Yeah.
I've had pregnant friends before.
Do you have any currently?
Yeah, why?
I've had pregnant friends before. A hit song.
This
I've
is like
had
I have a
pregnant
black friend
people.
excuse. I have a gay friend. I have a black friend. I'm not a racist or homophobe.
I'm
I
not a
have gay
racist.
friends.
I'm not an ultrasound fraud. I've had friends with babies before.
Well, it's my sister's friend who's supposed to be in her wedding, but she's due any day
My
now.
sister's best friends, cousins, boyfriend.
Hey, my mom had a pregnancy before. How can you accuse me of fraud? I've been birthed before.
Why? No, she lives in San Francisco. Why?
Oh. So you got pregnancy friends.
Pregnancy friends.
I think that was the end of it.
So, you've got pregnancy friends.
Hey, Mega, I've got friends in pregnant places where the HCG flows like an oasis. I said, I've got pregnant friends in pregnant places. All right, Meg, look, I'm going to go spend some time with my doula, doula Dave.
Fun.
I want everybody who's listening to know that your support matters. And the best way to support like this type of journalism is to give Meg a follow. Oh, you know what? I guess I should leave us with the that song. I didn't play that song. So
My mom's a twin. It's
you
in the
got
private chat.
Private chat. Okay, so
if you go to the private chat and then you can
I'm
share
gonna go here. And it's called Mom's a Twin. And again, everyone, please go bump Megan Fox up with your follow and make sure to click on everything she does. It's just the best way to continue to support all of us. Meg, between you and I, no one else listen. This is for Meg only. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for believing in this story and for putting your journalistic eye on it. I've been in a master class here learning from you. And, it's without streams like this, we wouldn't get the results we're getting.
Well, you're welcome, Dave. And I thank you for having the courage to tell the story, because that's a really important thing. Here we go.
Here it is, folks. This is Legal Vice's performance of Mom's a Twin.
Wait, you didn't do the thing. You didn't do the thing.
Oh, did I do it wrong?
You did it again. You shared the window. You shared the window. You have to share the browser tab. Browser tab, Dave.
Boomer, all right, leave a super chat for Boomer Dave here. Browser.
Send that breadstick money so Dave can get some training.
Yeah, please buy me a tutorial, please. Ladies and gentlemen, with the internet premiere, it's called Mom's a Twin.
My mom's a twin. They share a bond so rare, two souls entwined, a duo beyond compare. In her eyes, I see echoes of her twin. Their laughter, their love, it runs deep within. I have the gene, it's in my blood, a legacy of twinning, a bond understood. Through thick and thin, we stand as kin, forever connected with love we begin. Growing up, tales of their mischief unfold, two peas in a pod, a story yet untold. With every glance rest of our lives. I have the genius in my blood, a legacy of twinning, a bond understood.
Sorry, I have the genius in my blood, the legacy of twinning. We are so effed right now. AI is so much better than us. Just while I have people here, there was a full playlist here. I wanted Level 100 Needy, but I wanted it in an emo version. I've never listened to this. Let's just see if this is any good.
We spark fast, went out too soon, like a fire in the desert's noon.
Why is it showing this? Oh,
What?
sorry. Oh, no, wrong place.
You have to pop it out to make it show the lyrics.
Few days in, I spun a story, saw the end before the glory. Said I was carrying a little dream, but things ain't quite what they seem.
Let me hear the beat drop.
I played the card I knew would stick, hoping it would make us click.
You like those bangs?
I threw a line, a desperate plea in the game of you and me. The tail grew legs and started to run under the unforgiving sun. Cause I'm level 100, needy and annoying, can't you see? Whispered words, stay with me, let's be a we. I said there's a life we need to decide, but it was the loneliness I couldn't hide. We have a best friend, lover vibe, and I couldn't just let that die. Greg, oh Greg, you saw through the mist, a switch in the plot, a turn and a twist. You offered a date to calm the storm, but I was in the chaos, it was the norm. With each message I made.
All right, ladies, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for making talk. You guys have been fantastic. I'll be live at 1:30 Central Standard Time. Do today's podcast. You guys have been level 100. Amazing. Thanks again for all this podcast. Thank you so much to Meg and everyone else. Cynthia, great stream. Shannon O'Brien said $2 for the chat. Good vibes. The loneliness we cannot hide. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one. I'm Dave Neal. That was Megan Fox.
I talked about abortion pills, a choice you want to make, a desperate bid for a love to retake. But when you blocked my number, I saw the truth in your lie. I was left with my echoes hollered by.
She lied. She lied.
I was left with my echoes hollered by.
She lied.
Because I'm level 100, needy and annoying, that's my truth. A flawed script from my reckless youth. Best friend, lover, where did you go? I'll take you to the courtroom, put on a show. So here's two stories that never worked. Through the lines blurred, feelings disturbed. Greg, you're a chapter that I will not close. I'm the author of your highs and lows.
She lied.
Level 100, needy, it's a part of me. But maybe one day you'll be free. Cause you're level 100, needy, it's a part of me. But maybe one day you'll be free.
Thank you all so much. Megan, we'll see you later. I'm out of here.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.